Jai Hind, my dear students. Today we are going to study the chapter 8, Comparing Quantity. Today we are going to study a new topic, profit and loss. Let me explain that to you through an example of a departmental store. Mr. John runs a departmental store. He buys goods at a lower rate from the wholesaler. Then he sells these goods to customer at reasonably the higher rate. Here, the amount paid by Mr. John to the wholesaler is called the cost price. The short form of cost price is CP. Amount paid by the customer to shopkeeper is called selling price. The short form of selling price is SP. If Mr. John sells these goods for a price higher than the cost price, he earns extra amount. It is called profit or gain. Profit or gain equal selling price minus cost price. Therefore, P equal SP minus CP. If Mr. John sells his goods to customers at the rate less than the cost price, he loses his money. Is called loss. Loss equal to cost price minus selling price. Therefore, L equal CP minus SP.
I have never been so confused in my life. I must talk to Profit and Loss. Profit, Loss, you there?
Yes, we are. What's the problem? Profit is here to help.
And so is loss.
Well, we started learning Profit and Loss at school today. And my teacher asked me a question about Profit and Loss percent.
So,
So, I was stumped. What is this thing?
Okay, let's call somebody who can help you. Percent.
Yes, did anybody call?
we did. JC here doesn't know who you are.
I know who he is. I just don't know how to use him. Hi, I'm JC.
Hi, JC. Don't worry. I'll teach you all about profit and loss percent. First, tell me this. If Ram bought a pen for rupees 10 and sold it for rupees 20, what is his profit?
Oh, I know. It's rupees 10.
How?
Because profit is selling price minus the cost price.
Good. And if Sham bought a book for rupees 40 and sold it for rupees 50, what is his profit?
It's rupees 10 again.
Excellent. Now, the actual profit in both cases is rupees 10. But in reality, one of them has made a bigger profit.
But how's that possible? Both of them made a profit of rupees 10.
Percentage? We called you here to explain things to our friend JC. And you're confusing him even more.
Wait. I'm not done yet. Even though the actual profit for both of them is rupees 10, for one person, the profit is a bigger part of the cost price than the other. That person has made a bigger profit. We calculate this profit as percentage of the cost price.
Huh?
Let's calculate profit percent for Ram and Sham, and then you'll understand it better. To calculate profit percent, you divide the profit by the cost price and multiply it by 100. Let's use this formula to calculate profit percent for Ram and Sham. Ram made a profit of 100% and Shyam made a profit of 25%.
So even though the profit in both cases was rupees 10, Ram has made the bigger profit based on the cost price.
Perfect.
Yes, very good.
Thanks, percent. What about loss percent? How do we calculate loss percent?
Just like profit, the amount of loss two people make may be the same. But the loss of one might be bigger than another's based on the cost price. And for that, we can calculate loss percent.
The formula for loss percent is the same as that for profit percent. Only profit is replaced with loss.
Remember, all percentage calculations are based on the cost price.
Great! Thanks all of you. That was brilliant. I understand it now.
Why are you thanking these two, JC? I was the one who helped you.
Oh, really? And who was it that called you here, huh?
You wouldn't have called me here if you could explain all this to JC.
Loss, come on. I think it's time to teach him a lesson.
It's time to revise all that we learned about profit and loss percent. To calculate profit percentage, you divide the profit by the cost price and multiply it by 100. To calculate loss percent, you divide the loss by the cost price and multiply it by 100. Remember, profit and loss percent are always calculated on the cost price.
Listen these questions. Let's do the problems on exercise 8.3. Write what is the profit or loss in the following transaction. Also find profit percent or loss percent in each case. Gardening shears bought rupees 250 and sold for rupees 325. So here gardening shears bought for rupees. Bought for rupees means here given the cost price of gardening shears. So cost price is rupees 250. Okay. Then the sold for rupees. Sold is selling price. Selling price is here rupees 325. Okay. So here which is greater? Yes. SP is greater than CP. So he got profit. So profit we can find out. Profit equal to SP minus CP. So SP minus CP means SP selling price 325 minus CP 250. So we get 325 minus 250 is rupees 75. Okay, 75 rupees is profit. Then we want to find out the profit percentage. So profit percentage equal to, we know the formula, profit by CP into 100%. So profit is here 75 by CP is cost price 250 into 100%. Okay, we can cancel this zero, then we can cancel by 25 and 75. Very easy. 3 times 3 into 25 is 75. Here 25 1 times. So numerator is no number 1. So denominator is no number, here only 1. Numerator is 3 into 10. So we get the answer equal to, the profit percentage equal to 30%. Okay. Then listen. The next question. A refrigerator brought for rupees 12,000. So the brought in rupees is equal to the cost price. The cost price equal to rupees 12,000. Okay. and sold at rupees. Sold at rupees means selling price. Selling price equal to rupees 13,500. Which is here greater? Yes, selling price is greater than cost price. Selling price greater means yes, profit. So profit, he got profit. Profit equal to yes, selling price minus cost price. So rupees 13,500 minus rupees 12,000. Yes, 1,500 rupees profit. Then find out the profit percentage. Okay, profit percentage equal to yes, profit by CP into 100%. So profit equal to 1,500 by CP is equal to 12,000 into 100%. Cancel this 0. Then this 0 and this 0. Then 12 we can cancel by 3. 4 3s are 12. 5 3s are 50. Then they put this 0. Again we can cancel by 2. 2 2s are 4. 25 2s are 50. So we get the answer equal to yes, numerator only 25, denominator by 2, 25 by 2 percentage. Okay, 25 by 2 we can write as in mixed fraction, 12 and 1 by 2 percentage. Okay, listen. A shirt brought for rupees 250 and sold at rupees 150. So here the cost price of shirt equal to rupees 250 and sold at so selling price equal to rupees 150. Okay, then comparing these two, selling price is less than the cost price. That means the cost price is greater than the selling price. Cost price is greater than the selling price means here loss. Okay, so loss equal to CP minus SP, cost price minus selling price. So we get 250 minus 150. So we get yes, 100. Okay, 100 rupees. Then find out the here loss. So find out the loss percentage. Loss percentage equal to loss by cost price into 100%. So here loss is equal to 100 by the cost price is equal to 250 into 100%. We can cancel 100%. We can cancel 0, 0. 25 we know 4 times in 100. So 4 into 10. 4 into 10 equal to 40% loss. Okay, listen this question. A shopkeeper bought a chair for rupees 375 and sold for rupees 400. So the brought for rupees 375 is the cost price. So cost price equal to rupees 375 and sold it to 4. That is the selling price. Selling price equal to rupees 400. Find the gain percentage. See here, selling price is greater than the cost price. So that is gain or profit. So profit equal to SP minus CP. So we get 400 minus 375. Yes, 25. 25 was the gain. That is the profit. Then we want to find out the gain percentage. So gain percentage means yes, profit percentage. So gain percentage equal to yes, gain by or profit by. Okay, gain by yes, CP into 100%. So here gain or profit is equal to 25. by cost price is 375 into 100%. So we can cancel by 25. So 25 in 1 times, 375 15 times. Okay. Then we get equal to 100 by 15%. So again we can reduce by 5. So we get, yes, 3 5s are 15, 20 5s are 100. So we get 20 by 3. 20 divided by 3 we can write as 6 3s are 18, 2 balance. So we can write it as in the quotient form, mixed fraction form. 6 into quotient and remainder by divisor, 6 and 2 by 3 percentage. Okay. Listen this question. Cost of an item is rupees 50. It was sold with a profit of 12%. Find a selling price. So the cost of an item is CP. CP is equal to rupees 50 and given the sold with a profit of 12%. So here the profit equal to 12% of the CP. CP equal to 50. So 12% is 12 by 100 into CP is 50. So we can cancel 50 and 100 2 times. Then this is in 1 times. 2 and 12 6 times. So 6 into 1 is 6. So rupees 6 as profit. Then find the selling price. So the selling price equal to, yes, cost price plus profit. Okay. So we get 50 plus 6. So rupees 56 rupees. Okay, understood? Okay, so next topic, increasing percentage and decreasing percentage. In day-to-day life, there are many situations where we need to know the increasing or decreasing in certain quantity as percentage. So we can find out the increasing percentage equal increasing value by original value into 100%. Decreasing percentage equal decreasing value by original value into 100%. Okay, increasing percentage and decreasing percentage. Understood all of you? Let us do the problems on increasing percentage and decreasing percentage. Price of skirt decreased from rupees 280 to rupees 210. So we want to find out a decreased from 280 to 210 rupees. So we want to find out the decreased value. So decreased value is equal to, decreasing value is equal to decreasing rupees 280 to 210. So we get 70 rupees decreasing. Okay. Then we want to find out the decreasing percentage. So decreasing percentage equal to decreasing value by original value into 100%. So we get the decreasing value is 70. 70 by original value 280 into 100%. So we can cancel these 2 0. Then 7 and 28. 7. 1 7 is 7. 4 7s are 28. Then 4 and 100 we can cancel 25. Okay, 4 into 25 is 100. So in numerator 1 into 25, 25. Denominator no number. So we get the decreasing percentage is 25%. Listen the next question. Mark in a test increased from 20 to 30. So here increased value. So we want to find out increasing value is equal to Subtract 30 to 20. Okay, so we get 10 marks. Then find out the, yes, increasing percentage. So increasing percentage equal to increasing value by increasing value divided by original value into 100 percentage. So here increasing value is 10 by original value is 20 into 100 percentage. So we can cancel by 10 and 20. 10 in 1 times 20, 2 times are 20. Then 2 and 100 we can cancel 50. Denominator no numbers. Numerator 1 into 50, 50. So answer is in 50 percentage. Okay, 50 percentage. Then next question. The population of a city decreased from 25,000 to 24,500. Find the percentage. So here given the initial population is equal to initial population is 25,000 population. Then we want to find out the decreasing that decreasing to 24,500. So decrease of the population equal to 25,000 minus 24,500. Yes, 500. Then find out the, yes, decreasing percentage. Decreasing percentage equal to, yes, decreasing value by original value into 100 percentage. So we get the decreasing value here 500 by original value, yes, 25,000 into 100. We can cancel by 100. We can cancel these two zeros and the 0 and 0. Then only 50 and 25. Cancel by 25 one times, 50 in 25 two times, 2 into 25, 50. Then we get here percentage. So we get how many, sorry, find the percentage of decreases is 2%. 2% of population decreases. Okay, understood all of you? Simple interest. People deposit money in a bank and earn interest on it. They also borrow money from a bank and pay interest on it. The money deposit or borrowed is known as the principal. Interest payable on deposit and borrowing is expressed as a percentage of the principal per year or annum, like as 2% per annum. The technique of keeping the principal the same and the calculating interest at the same rate every year for a specified number of years is known as, say, simple interest. The formula for calculation of simple interest is SI, simple interest, equal P into T into R by 100, where P stands for principal, T stands for number of years, R stands for rate of interest. The amount received or paid after the specified number of years is calculated as A equal to P plus SI, principal plus simple interest. Look this example. Sriram deposit rupees 1 lakh in a bank for 3 years. The rate of interest is 5% per annum. What interest does Sriram receive after 3 years? Here principal is rupees 1 lakh time of period T equal 3 years, rate of interest R equal 5%. Now substitute the value in the formula. SI equal to PTR by 100. So 1 lakh into 3 into 5 by 100. Calculating, we get 15,000. So Sriram received 15,000 as interest after 3 years. Shall we do the problems on simple interest? Find the amount to be paid at the end of 3 years in each case. First question, principal is rupees 1,200 at 12% per annum. So here given principal is equal to rupees 1,200 and a rate of interest is equal 12%. 12% is 12 by 100. Then at the end of 3 years, so here number of years is 3. That is T equal to 3. Then we want to find out the simple interest. Simple interest is equal to P into R into T. PRT equal P is 1,200 into R is 12%, 12 by 100 into time is 3 years. Number of years is 3 years. And we can cancel this 0. Then 12 into 12 is 144. 144 into 3. 3 fours are 12. 1 balance. Again 3 fours are 12 plus 1 13. 1 balance. 1 3 is 3 plus 1 4. 432 rupees as the simple interest. Then we want to find out the amount. So amount equal to simple interest plus principal or principal plus simple interest. We can simple interest plus principal or principal plus simple interest. Principal plus simple interest. So equal to principal is 1,200 rupees plus 432. So the total amount is 2, 3, 4 plus 2, 6. 1,632 rupees. Okay. Amount paid at the end of the 3 years is 1,632. Then listen this question. Here the principal is 7,000 rupees, 7,500 rupees at the rate R is equal to 5%, then per annum at the end of same as in 3 years. So T equal to number of years equal to 3 years. So here the simple interest, we want to find out the simple interest equal to P into R into T. PRT equal to 7,500 into 5%, 5 by 100 into time is here 3 years. We can cancel this 2 zeros. Then we get 75 into 5 into 3. So 75 into 5 is 5 5s are 25, 2 balance, 7 5s are 35 plus 1, 37 into 3. So here 5 3s are 15, 1 balance, 7 3s are 21 plus 1, 22, 2 balance, 3 3s are 9 plus 2, 11. So we get rupees 1,125. Okay, 1,125. Then we want to find out the amount. At the end of amount we want to find out. So amount equal to principal plus interest, simple interest. So equal to 7,500 plus 1,125. So we are adding 0 plus 5, 2 plus 0, 2, then 5 plus 1, 6, 7 plus 8. So rupees 8,625 rupees. Okay. Understood all of you? Okay, listen this question. What rate gives rupees 280 as interest on a sum of rupees 56,000 in 2 years? So here given the sum is equal to the principal. A principal that is equal to rupees 56,000. Okay, then time is T is equal to 2 years. Okay, 2 years, and given the interest is 208 years interest. Interest equal to rupees 280 rupees. Okay, then we want to find out the what rate. So we want to find out the rate equal to, rate take as R percentage. Okay, we know the interest equal to, the simple interest equal to P into R into T. So here P is, interest is 280 is equal to 56,000 principal into rate of interest. We want to find out R, the time is 2 by 100. So we can cancel these two zeros here. Okay, that our percentage is R percentage, so that 100 is this, so cancel. Then we want to we get 280 is equal to 560 into R into 2. Okay, so the R is equal to, we get 280 divided by 560 into 2, this into here division. Then we can cancel by 280 and 56. 280 in 1 times, 560 in 2 times. That is 280 into 2 is 560. Okay. So we get here 1 2 is here. This 2 into 2 is 4. 1 by 4 equal to R. Okay. We want the 1 by 4, that is equal to the 1 by 2 4 percentage. Okay. 1 by 4 percentage is the rate of interest. So 1 by 4 percentage equal 1 by 4 into 100 percentage. So we can cancel this. We get 25 percentage, 0.25 percentage. So answer is 1 by 4 percentage. Okay. Then next question. If Meena gives an interest of rupees 45 for 1 year at 9% rate per annum, what is the sum she has borrowed? So here we want to find out the sum she borrowed. So that is the principle. Let the sum borrowed be rupees T. Okay. Then here given the rate equal to 9%. Then per annum means 1 year. So time equal to T equal to 1 year. So the interest equal to P into R into T equal to P into R is 9%, 9 by 100 into T1. Interest equal to 45 rupees interest. Okay. So here 45 rupees. Then we get 45 equal to 45 into this denominator into division, left side multiplication. 45 into 100 equal to P into 9 into 1, that is 9P. So we get 9P equal to 45 into 100. So P is equal to, yes, 45 into 100 divided by 9. Here into 9 division. Cancel, we get 5 9s are 45. 5 into 100, 500 rupees as the principal. So 500 rupees. So we can write as the sum borrowed by, yes, Meena is rupees 500. Okay, understood all of you?